Let's get this figured out. This world gon' give me whatever I need until I get this vision out. Then they gon' pay me whatever I ask, cause I got it figured out. Family be checking all up on a nigga to see how I'm feeling now. Damn, they love to see a nigga really make a killing now. I put a lock on the game and I hide the code and the keys. I am not playing no games, I really play this shit for keeps. That shit for me.
MaddenHeadz YouTube, what's going on? It is your boy Coach DC coming back at you today with another video, and today we're going to talk a little bit about pacing, which to me is like one of the most important aspects, if not the most important aspects of running the football, or even just basically when you have the football in your hands. But today we'll just talk about running. So you notice on that play how the defense didn't close to Bijan as he's running to the end zone. And so when I say pacing, what I mean is the speed at which you take the handoff. You can actually control the speed at which you take the handoff by your ability to use mechanics and use L2. You can't be on R2 as soon as you get the ball. That's what creates block sheds. So in a lot of these plays, you'll see that a lot of times the defense is actually over pursuing. They're running themselves out of the play. And as I talked about a few days ago, what I try to do is I try to slow roll the whole. Wow. Wow. Yeah. I try to slow play the whole until I find the cutback lane, the general, the bubble, as they call it. And the tricky part with Madden is understanding, like on a play like that, is just how much speed to have to avoid the guy shooting the gap, but not to have too much speed to where you're creating block sheds and you're not able to, avoid any oncoming defenders. Y'all have heard me say 1,000 times, the defense pursues you at the speed that you're running. And so you see, even on a lot of these stretch plays, we have to start pacing, because we have to start allowing our blockers to get out in front. Look at that cut block right there. You can get a lot more cut blocks and a lot more lane creation on the backside of your stretch runs if you just paced yourself as you took the handoff. Slow play the hole. Look at it, cut block right there on the left side. Right guard, then left guard. And so allowing the linemen to get out in front and allowing them to get to the next levels is where these plays go from just being good runs to great runs. Just look at like right there. You allowing the guards to get out to the second level, the tight ends to even get out to the third level, out there where the safeties and they're blocking the safeties like 15, 20 yards, 25 yards down the field. And those are like the key blocks that, make the runs, they become touchdowns. And so right there again, just look at 64, look at the left guard all the way out. 11, 12 yards down the field, on a safety. And all that is the fact that when I go through the hole, I'm basically not touching R2 basically until I need to. I'm not going to say ever, but until I need to. You see how I'm able to get on the backside of the center right there? And even right here, even as I'm running down the field, just because I'm in open field doesn't mean it's time to go full throttle speed. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you guys get caught by those, what I call the blind spot guys, who come in off the screen and tackle you because you're full out on the speed button on R2, and you just need to slow yourselves down some. A lot of times in a lot of these little tight spots, you see me avoid, like you see that little left right there. A lot of that is when I get to the open field, a lot of times I will slightly squeeze L2, or maybe I'll tap it once or twice as I'm gonna make a cut or I'm anticipating making a move. And that in itself allows the blockers to get out in front. And another thing is that on a lot of these, especially on these stretch runs or outside zones, it's a gradual speed build that you want to do. You don't want to take off full throttle, but then you'll run out of gas by the time you get to the second level. So you want to gradually build your speed on a lot of those. On a lot of these inside runs, you see how Ray is able to come across. See that safety's not coming down at an intense kind of speed because I'm not running through the hole at an intense speed. Actually, I'm not on the speed at all. I'm just using basically the stick and just navigating. And a lot of times you'll avoid running into defenders simply if you just don't use so much forward direction on the stick, especially for you guys who are using stick pressure. It's like a fine line that you have to find on each running play. And so again, look at how the defender just he doesn't close the gap, and he doesn't close the gap because I'm not full out on R2 on the speed burst. You know, when I get in open field, a lot of times I will actually let up off of the speed burst just so the defenders don't close the gap. Even plays like that that was kind of just like a reaction kind of move. I was going to fake back outside, but you saw those little 2 cuts for me to cut back inside. Watch the little 2 cuts, 1, 2, right there. I was going back outside, but I'm able to react because I'm not running at the defender at full speed. Again, on a lot of these stretch runs, it's a gradual buildup of speed that'll get you to be able to turn the corner, even when you don't have the fastest running backs. So yeah, man, I know y'all have noticed that I've slowed down a little bit on the virtuals. Like I said, I have a lot of stuff that I'm trying to hold for the 26 Bible, but I am gonna give you guys a really good sneak peek with the next virtual that's coming up. It's called the Read System, and I'm gonna show you guys how to organize your thoughts, let's say, and kind of fuse it with the mechanics in order for you to make, better reads and kind of stop throwing the ball to the wrong button. Because I know it's something I've come up with over the last couple of months, because I'm notorious for throwing the ball to the wrong button. And so it's something it's helped me out a lot. And I think going into the next phase of games is something that you guys will want to know, especially, so that you can hit the ground running. Yeah, man. Go to the site, read the reviews. I'm telling y'all, man, we are doing a lot out here. We are bringing the noise, as I say. Get you one of those books, man. If you already haven't, you know what to do. It is your boy, Coach. Enjoy your Sunday. Be blessed. I'm out.